Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm Jaquan,
I'm Jasmine.
and welcome to the Film Spill.
So today, guys, we're going to be reviewing Hawkeye. This is an action fiction Marvel series, and here is the summary. Clint Barton and Kate Bishop shoot a few arrows and try to avoid becoming the target themselves.
So let's get into my rating for this show. So I gave this show a 2.5. I don't actually like Hawkeye as much as one of the Avengers. Basically anybody that doesn't have some type of superpowers. But he does have some real cool arrows. So yeah, I gave this series a 2.5. I felt like it wasn't going to be great, and yeah, it wasn't all that good. Let's get into my pros and my cons. So my very first pro was I really like how they recap the Avengers. Anytime I get a chance to see what happened in 2012 when they fought against the Chitauri, it's cool. But I really like how they recapped it, and you see a young Kate Bishop who sees, Hawkeye saving her, which is the reason why she decided to want to basically fight crime and be a superhero and basically be like Hawkeye. So I thought that was dope too, because once again, I feel like a lot of people don't give him praise. So you got somebody who looks up to him. So that was cool. My next pro was I like how they had Hawkeye interacting with the LARPers, who were basically the live action role playing group who later helped them during their fight with the Tracksuit Mafia. I thought that was cool because we joked about how they was kind of like pushing him to say, hey, basically trying to get him to role playing stuff. And, he's like a very serious character. So that was funny. My next pro was I really like the trick arrows. We both talked about the trick arrows that Hawkeye has. They were really dope. I especially like the one where he shot, I think it was like a pin particle and it grew gigantic. That was funny. I like seeing his interaction with Yelena, the new Black Widow. Just kind of reminds you of his interaction with, Scarlett Johansson. So it was cool kind of seeing them fight, and then on top of that, kind of just seeing her forgive him towards the end. I like seeing Kingpin come back. We talked about, him coming back in the MCU for a while. So just seeing him come back was really dope to see. And I can't wait to see him in future projects. I like how Marvel used small characters to get the audience to know about. So like how Duquesne was like the sword master. So that was cool because once again, we get a chance to learn about some of these newer small characters that we really don't know about. So I thought that was dope. Let's get into my cons. So I don't like how Kate's mother didn't believe her when she was trying to tell her about Duquesne, even though it was like this whole setup process and everything like that. But it just goes back into like when parents, I've always told you, whenever you see moms get with guys and it's like, oh, I don't believe you, daughter or son. I just believe my new boyfriend or new husband, whatever. It's like, yo, listen to your kids. Another thing, which is the biggest thing, this show kind of started off very slow to me. Throughout the show is actually slow. It just kind of made me not like it as much. Another big reason why I didn't like this show was how Kate, her superhero name is Hawkeye as well. It's like, y'all could have easily just did something. She's like, no, you're Hawkeye. I'm Hawkeye. It's like be original. You can't come up with your own name. Like, I just don't like that. I really didn't like how Kingpin survived so many things. This dude survived getting blown up. Like, he was literally standing in the middle of a bomb, like, and it blew up or something, like right there. And then he gets shot in the face. And they like, oh, he's coming back. I'm like, bro, this dude, he has no powers. And they like, oh, his suit and stuff is like, I'm like, he was standing in the middle of an explosion and get shot. So once again, that just made me just like, bro, this is too much. But yeah, so I gave it a 2.5.
Okay, guys, so I give this series a 3 out of 5. I think it was pretty cool. As much flack as Hawkeye gets, I think it's cool that he doesn't have any powers, but he still does pretty well with just a bow and arrow. Nice. It's crazy how he had to wear a hearing aid because they said he lost his hearing from repeatedly being so close to explosions. So that was crazy. I like the part when Hawkeye is trying to get the Ronin suit back and he has to get it from the guy who was into role playing. So he had to play along and stuff with him. That was really fun. I like the car chase scene when Kate is using his trick arrows because she didn't know what the arrows were going to do because they weren't labeled. So, like he said, that giant one was just super cool. I love seeing Yelena. If you don't know who that is, it's Black Widow's sister because I really like her character. And I just like when things cross over. It was interesting to find out about Kate's mom working for Kingpin for all those years. And I like the ending when Kate and Hawkeye are on the ice rink with their new suits using their new trick arrows to take people out. And I like when they shrink that truck. And then at the end, like he just said, Maya supposedly shoots Kingpin, but they don't show him getting shot. Like literally the camera pans up and you hear a gunshot. So I feel like nothing happened to him at all. He probably, if anything, took the gun and shot her or something. He's probably fine.
No, they basically said that. So I guess in the comics, she shoots him in the face. Like, she actually shoots him in the face, and he basically is blinded, which is like a cliche because was ironic because you know how he fights Daredevil, who's blinded. So they basically said that they think that they're going to adapt that she does shoot him, in his face. She thinks that he's dead,
Does
like in the
Marvel
comics.
confirm that?
I mean, it's in the comics.
Yeah, I'm not going off of comics because we know that Marvel doesn't stick to the comics all the time. I'm just saying they didn't show him get shot in the face. They literally panned the camera up and you heard a gunshot. That could have been
Disney
anything.
Plus kids. That's probably why they didn't show him getting shot in his
Well,
head.
until Marvel, says anything, like once again, we've.
Oh, actually, Emergency Awesome said something. Sorry, but Emergency Awesome, he did, in which once again, that's not Marvel, but he basically was just like same thing I'm saying. Yeah, because it's from the comics. But
if it's cool, it's okay. I just said they did. I just know we've watched stuff time and time again where they move the camera away and we hear a gunshot and it's never who we think it is. Because like he said, he just keeps coming back like nothing hurts this man. So. Because we didn't see it. I mean, but if he got shot, cool. But he still don't get whatever.
He doesn't.
He's never defeated. But yeah, that was everything I had to say. I think it was a cool series. I gave it a 3 out of 5.
Just like always, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment. You guys have a good one.